tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Kamara. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On second down, Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now it looks like we're going to time out as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down. They fake the give. Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And his throw is incomplete.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. And the back goes into motion. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Third and 2, Watson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carson, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first down, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. That's caught out left by Perriman. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And the catch made by Walters. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's always a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, here's a punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be a Carolina first. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the... shift together here from the D-line. On second down, here's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On the run, it's Ware. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. And on third and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Third and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Play action. It's Newton. And that will be incomplete as well.
That's really nice coverage there. I'm not sure he would have gotten to the first down marker anyway, But boy, oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Now Newton. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Walters. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. And a gain there of 11 yards.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Back to the air, Watson on second down. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now Prater to add the PAT. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Prater on to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
This one complete to Ingram. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw on second down is Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Third and long, it's Newton. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Newton throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now Newton on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 2nd and 10, Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They will go for it. Now Newton. And he's got Snead. Give him 16 on the pickup. And the Saints are going to get a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 4th down, Newton. He's going to air one out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A handoff as they run the counter play. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Off play action. Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they're...
Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. On 2nd down, here's Newton. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Watson now on second down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now,
feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
On first down, Watson eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. He got 29 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Akeem Talib. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Now they go screen, it's complete. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Caught right side at Snead. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Newton now on second down. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, Newton. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Looking to throw on second down. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's third down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be third and forever. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. The 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker. From
a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. To throw again. Newton And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Saints on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And now Newton not liking the play call. He's going to take a timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always a fun